After his victory at the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805, Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte told his soldiers, "You will return home through the Arches of Triumph." Thus, he commissioned a monument in 1806, and it would become a marvel of French neoclassical sculpture, representing a significant historic and cultural part of France's national identity. Located at the western end of the Champs-Élysées is the Arc de Triomphe, literally translated as the Arc of Triumph. It is one of the most recognizable monuments in Paris, and one of the largest of its kind in the world.
The Triumphal Arch is much older than the Eiffel Tower, but is somewhat new in the tradition of building arches to celebrate victories in battle, which were more commonly built as part of military tradition in the Roman Empire. The Arc de Triomphe was modeled after the Arc of Titus in Rome, but was built beyond its original dimensions, being over 50 meters high. It is so large, in fact, that even a small biplane was able to fly safely through the center of it. Napoleon wanted to build the Arc as a tribute to his Grand Army during his rapid expansion of Europe. The names of 128 battles of the French Republic and Napoleon's empire are written on the white walls under the vault. Ironically, Napoleon did not live to see it finished.
It's right here in this book about guns that less than a decade after he commissioned to build the Arc, Napoleon was defeated and exiled from France and replaced by the rightful French king, King Louis XVIII. King Louis XVIII ruled for a few years until, surprise, he was overthrown by Napoleon, who was restored as the Emperor of France. For 3 months, when he was defeated and exiled from France again, to be replaced by King Louis XVIII again. King Louis XVIII died 10 years later and was succeeded by King Charles X, who was also overthrown, but this time during the July Revolution of 1830, and was replaced by another king, King Louis Philippe, and before he was also overthrown. In 1848, he had the Arc de Triomphe completed in 1836, 30 years after it was first commissioned by Napoleon. Napoleon himself passed under the Arc when his body was taken to his grave.
This history is reflected in each of the 4 high sculptural reliefs that are embellished in the 4 pillars of the Arc de Triomphe. The Departure of the Volunteers of 1792 by Francois Rude, a classical allegory honoring France's volunteer army during the French Revolution, featuring the Roman goddess Liberty, who was harbored as the embodiment of France during the Revolution in the 1700s. Le Triomphe de 1810, Napoleon's Triumph, by Jean-Pierre Cortot, a reference to Napoleon's victory over the Fifth Coalition. Napoleon is seen being crowned by Nike, the Roman goddess of victory. La Résistance de 1814 et la Paix de 1815, the Resistance of 1814 and the Peace of 1815, designed by Antoine Ité to symbolize the French nation's resistance against the Sixth Coalition in 1814, Napoleon's fall from power, and the end of the Napoleonic Wars in 1815. At the base of the Arc stands a torch that is lit every evening at 6:30 p.m. to commemorate the sacrifice of an unknown French soldier who gave his life in World War I. His body is buried right under the monument itself. There is a €5 entrance fee for students between 18 and 25, and it is open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. You can access the top of the arch as there are 40 stairs leading to the roof, which has a pretty great view. However, getting to the monument itself is a little more difficult than it seems. If you don't want to die, it is advised that you do not cross the traffic circle to reach the monument. Instead, there is an underground tunnel on the Avenue de la Grande Armée side of the circle, which can be accessed from the Wagram exit of the metro.